All right. Well, hello to all current sixth and seventh grade students. If you weren't able to attend the meeting, I know it was a little last minute, but last Friday we had our meeting on World Strides, which will be the trip that next year's seventh grade Imagine School students plus eighth grade, if you're in National Junior Honor Society, you're eligible to go as well. We had our parent meeting last Friday. I know the Memorial Day weekend and graduation was not a great time for some people, so I wanted to record a meeting, kind of give you the information and get that out there. And if you weren't able to attend, so all right, all right, all right. So get rid of this. All right, so we're going to talk about the details of the Washington, D.C. trip, World Strides, some of the benefits for early registration, and try and answer some of the common questions that I know parents have. And so you can watch this email look out for this email with this video to help you out. We are traveling with World Strides. World Strides has been in business for over 50 years. They are the preferred traveling choice of the Smithsonian Museum. They were excellent a couple years ago when we had to cancel our trip when the pandemic started, working with us. They make sure that the safety of all travelers and a great experience for all travelers is top on their list. I'm not going to watch the student video. Most of you have seen it. All your students have seen it. But it was started by a eighth grade social studies teacher who took his class, and they had such a great time that he started World Strides. They've been in business for a long time, as you can tell by the picture. All right, so let's start off with the fun stuff. Let's start off with the itinerary. The trip is scheduled for May 23rd of 2022, so about a year from now. We will leave on a Monday, and we will return on a Friday. We do go by a charter bus, so we'll leave Monday night and travel through the night, and then Tuesday we hit the ground running, have our first full day. We have 3 full days: all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and then we leave Thursday night, return on Friday. It's going to be a great trip. We go to the Smithsonian and the Capitol Hill grounds and Mount Vernon and Alexandria, one of the oldest towns in the United States. We go to all the monuments. We go to the Holocaust Museum. It is really a jam-packed itinerary. World Strides also provides all transportation, all admission, all meals, activities at the nights for the students. It is an all-inclusive price. It also includes a tour guide. It's not me. It'll be a full-time tour guide that knows all the ins and outs and history and all the information. It includes night guards in the hallway to protect safety. It includes medical assistance if needed. And so that is an all-inclusive trip. And these are just some of the awesome places that we'll go. I thought maybe when you get your invitation, I do want to make very clear that the dates on there are wrong. They kind of rushed the itinerary. They have April 11th. We're going at the end of May 23rd. We're working to make sure for my 8th grade NJHS students, or my soon-to-be 8th grade NJHS students, we're working to make sure that doesn't conflict with 8th grade graduation or moving up week. But I thought maybe I'd show you the itinerary, which is in the registration letter. So the first day we go to the Washington Monument, the World War II Memorial, and then have lunch. And then we go to the Holocaust Museum, which is a newer museum I'm really excited to go to. We go to the Arlington National Cemetery and see the changing of the guard, the Iwo Jima Memorial, Pentagon Memorial. And then after dinner, we go to the Lincoln Memorial, Korean Veterans Memorial, and the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. And that's just on the first day. The second day, we go to Alexandria, one of America's oldest and most historic cities. We go to Mount Vernon, which was George Washington's home. And then we do our Capitol Hill grounds tour. We visit the Capitol Building, Supreme Court, Library of Congress, White House picture stop, Jefferson Memorial, FDR Memorial, and MLK Memorial. And then day 3, we go to the Ford's Theater, where President Lincoln was shot, the National Archives to see the Constitution and Bill of Rights, the Smithsonian Institutes all afternoon, the different museums of the Smithsonian Institute. And then that night, Thursday night, we'll leave and depart to come back. So that's kind of our itinerary, the exciting places that we're going. I should have sent out an invitation. I have an electronic one. Like I said, the date's wrong, but if you need that, let me know. I am organizing the trip. I'm having, for my current 6th graders, I'm having Miss Bowman send out some of the emails because she has all your emails. But if you need to contact someone, you can contact World Strides or contact me. The email is just dan.casher@imagineschools.org. All right. Here's some of the details of the trip here. The date is, like I said, planned for May 23rd, which is next year, next Monday. The student price is $879. That will be $929 in the fall. That $879 reflects the $50 discount. Well, this has the wrong date here. I wonder if I can change it. I don't want wrong information. Sorry, this is just the PowerPoint that I got from them. Let's see if I can change it right there. Sorry, that will change that on the fly there, so no one's confused. Okay, move my face there. So the price in the fall will be $929 or $1068 for adults. That price does include a $50 discount if you register prior to June 10th, which I know this is a little last minute. In the fall, be very clear, we will have an in-person meeting. It'll be at school. The only reason I'm trying to get out this information is just because there are a lot of benefits to registering early, including that $50 discount price if you register by June 10th. Prices are all inclusive: transportation, accommodations, meals, activities, sites, academic credit. You can get high school credit. You do an activity, and then you have to take like an online activity and apply that. And I'll work with the guidance counselor at the high schools to make sure to figure out what credit that would be. But there is high school credit available, which is appealing to a lot. And right now there's also a reduced deposit. The deposit's usually $99, which is all you have to pay when you register, but right now it's only $49. And then you can do monthly payments if you register now for the next year and really lower that payment and spread it out. You don't have to pay the whole thing at one time or anything like that. So that is kind of the details I know a lot of you are probably very curious about. I know that $879 price seems very high. My goal is to make sure that anyone who wants to go is able to go. We'll work really hard with fundraising. You can fundraise on your own. We're going to do some school fundraisers. We're going to do the chocolate fundraiser, sell chocolate. I'm going to apply for scholarships for as many students as I can. I also have some money from World Strides that I can use to help people register that want to register. Hopefully no one pays the full $879 and we can get that price down before the trip begins. All right. So one way you can get the price down is World Strides offers, which is another good reason that we go with this company. World Strides offers over $2.5 million in financial assistance. Families with annual adjusted gross income of $85,000 or less may qualify. That is why if you think you may qualify, one of the best ways to register is by calling. I will say it's not going to pay for the whole trip, but it may pay for $100 or $200 of the trip. Again, this is another reason I wanted to get out the information early, because they have $2.5 million to pass out. Everyone's registering in the fall, so that money runs out pretty quickly in the fall. Right now, there's a lot more money. So, the person I work with at World Stride said, someone who calls in the fall might get $50 or $100. Same person calls now, they may get $100 or $200, right? So you're getting a $50 discount if you register early. I think I still have 3 or 4 $50 scholarships to pass out, and then you may get twice as much financial assistance. So if you think you might be eligible for that, I would suggest calling the customer service number, and you can ask questions and apply for that financial aid right then. They also do a gift of education fundraiser, which is a great way to raise money for it. It's basically kind of like a not a donor's choose, but that other where people can donate to you, and 100% of the money goes directly. There's no cost. Like World Strides doesn't take 10%. So basically, you could give it to their students' grandparents, aunts, uncles, for their birthday, and that helps. If grandma's going to give $50 for a birthday or Christmas, they can donate it to the trip. And that money goes directly into your account, comes right off the price. So that's another reason why it's good to start early. You have birthdays, you have special events, they have an accomplishment, they can donate money, around Christmas time, donate that money to it. So if the student really wants to go, this is a way you can say, well, all your birthday, Christmas presents from everyone's going to go towards that. And that will help pay for a lot of it. And it's really cool. It's really easy. And 100% of the money goes to that. We're also, I will apply for scholarships from outside companies. That's not a guaranteed thing, but I know a couple years ago, I got 4 people $600 scholarships, which paid for almost the whole trip. We're going to do the world's best chocolate fundraiser, where you basically, for each box of chocolate you sell, you get $30. I had some people sell 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boxes. So that's $150, $300 to help pay for the trip as well. So between the discount now, possible scholarship if you're one of the first 10 people to register, financial assistance, the gift of education fundraising, the world's best chocolate fundraiser. There's lots of ways to help pay for it. Again, it's a really special experience. If you went on your 8th grade trip as, parents, you probably remember that. So we want everyone to be able to go who wants to go. All right, we talked about that. There is a $125 full refund protection that you can add on. I know that's more money, but you receive a full refund of all monies paid except for the $125. So, when I had a trip planned in 2020 for the May, we had to cancel it because of the pandemic. And everyone that bought this got all their money back, I think within like 4 or 6 weeks. And most people had paid the full $900,000. They got every dollar back except for that $125. Matter of fact, World Strides was really good, and even people who didn't buy it, they let them buy it late so they get their full money back. But they probably won't do that. They probably only did that because it's a global pandemic. But you get sick the week before, you're super sick, you can't go, you can get all your money back. So if that's something you want to buy, it's travel insurance basically. So that's up to you. If you think you need it or not, but that is an option. Okay. Affordable payment plan. Yeah, it only takes the $49 deposit if you sign up now, and then the remaining balance is spread out into small installments monthly. Again, we're 12 months out, so that may be $50, $60 a month, monthly. And so they will work with you on payment plans. Even if you don't get the whole trip paid for right up before, they can do maybe even an extended payment plan if you need. So they will work with you if you call them. So from the moment you arrive, there'll be a field special that will travel and organize all the logistics and expertise. We have motor coach drivers with over 20 years of experience, on-site coordinators. You have night chaperones, doctors on call, course leaders who know the information. So this is a part of what you're getting for the trip too. I know sending your child halfway across the country is a scary thing, but from night chaperones in the hallways, monitoring the hallways, keeping watch students, doctors on call, motor car drivers with excellent experience, course leaders, lots included in that. I'm not going to watch that video. I just want to highlight the benefits if you register before June 10th. Again, if this is too much too soon, we'll do it in the fall. It's just these benefits won't be available, but $50 discount off the price. That's for everyone that registers by June 10th. It's $50 cheaper. That saves you, 6-7% off the price. I think as of me making this video, I had 6 people registered. So I still have 4 $50 scholarships for the first 10 people register. And, there's more financial aid available. Like I said, $2.5 million now. In the fall, not as much. So if you think you apply for that, that's great. The reduced deposit, instead of $99, it's only $49. It gets you all the benefits. You end up not going, you're only out $49 but that's a reduced deposit. More time to make deposits and more time to make payments and more time to fundraise. So those early benefits in June 10th, especially the first 4 there. Common questions. Let's see. Students will not need to wear uniforms. We do want to wear like a common shirt, so like spirit shirts. I have to work with PTO. PTO, when we were going to go in 2020, was going to provide shirts, which is kind of a part of the cost. So I'll need to talk with them. So we do want like a common spirit shirt or Imagine shirt or something like that. So we'll work with PTO to provide that. Students, the price that is quoted is for 4 students per room. And so, if you want to go on the trip and you want a room with your student, that's fine. You just have to pay for 2 adult prices because the adult price is for 2 people. And so that is what that price is for. But students will choose roommates. We'll do that when we get closer. 4 students per room. Boys will be with boys, girls will be with girls. We'll find roommates and everything like that. We do take a charter bus. We're not flying. We'll drive through the night, like I said, and then have three days in Washington. High school credit can be earned by completing a field journal and taking an online class when you get back. We got to check with the high school, see if they accept the class and what class that would be and what credit that would be. No one under the age of 18 can go on the trip or be a chaperone. If grandma and both parents want to go, they can. They just got to pay the adult price, but we can't have like a older brother and like in high school go. It is only for 7th grade Imagine school students. So if you're not going to be in Imagine next year, it's not for you. Or 8th grade National Junior Honors Society students, right? But if your grandma wants, you want your mom or grandma to go, they can go. They just have to pass the same background check we have on campus for anyone that comes and volunteers, and they can go. So if you have an older brother in 9th grade, he can't go, something like that. But it's for 7th grade and 8th grade NJHS students, or all 7th grade students. I think those are some of the most common questions. Like I said, we'll have a meeting in the fall. If you have more questions, concerns, you can email me. It's just dan.casher@imagineschools.org, and I can answer those a little bit in more detail. Here's the important information that you need to know here. Here's my email. This is the trip ID number if you're calling or registering online that you'll use. I strongly recommend you calling. They can walk you through it. You can ask them for financial aid, apply for financial aid, ask them questions. You can also register online. And like I said, I think I've had 6 students register, so I don't have too many of these $50 scholarships left. But I think that's all the information. So I'll leave this up here for a minute because this is an important one. Trying to think, we'll talk more about this in the fall. We'll have an in-person meeting, but just in case you want to take it, hey, I want my student to go for sure, and you want to take advantage of the benefits, I want to get the information too. I look forward to going on the trip. I did all the work. It's a lot of work. We did all the work in March of last year. We were making room assignments and everything like that, and then it had to be canceled. So I'm really excited to go next summer. All right. I think that was the last slide. So we're done. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.